Hi guys, I thought we could take a look at some of the famous ninjas that we can recreate using this universe online. So I thought I'd start with what is probably my favorite, Snake Eyes from the G.I. Joe franchise. And I have to admit, Snake Eyes is one of the few things that was very, very well realized in the two G.I. Joe movies. So I'm a big fan of Snake Eyes, and I really enjoyed how they actually recreated him in the film using Ray Park, essentially the same guy who did the awesome Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace. Again, the Phantom Menace was a pretty awful movie, but the one good thing in that film was Darth Maul, and it's pretty much what did put Ray Park on the map. So it was nice to see him come back as the Snake Eyes, the most badass of badasses, so to speak. So now we can have like a one sword on the back, which is something that was added in one of the Amazon Fury DLCs, and the rest is pretty much standard military gear. So you can pretty much create that look at character creation. The exception being the sword. For the sword, you have no choice but to wait until you have access to the various Amazon DLCs, Amazon Fury DLCs. So that's the one drawback of creating that look. But then again, it's only one piece of gear. I guess with the now that we should be able to purchase styles from other characters soon. I guess when that happens, we're going to be able to create a brand new character and then purchase the sword from one of our higher level character. So let's look at our next entry. I'm sure you recognized the awesome Storm Shadow, the most evil of the evil ninjas. Actually, he's not really evil, but he was a very cool character, and the essentially he was the mirror of Snake Eyes for quite a while until they decided that there was a big misunderstanding over who killed the blind master, and in the end they became friends and partners and all that good stuff. So we can more or less reproduce the Cobra symbol using the Cobra emblem in the game, although it's not quite the same. It's close enough to sell the idea. And obviously, we just need to create like a white ninja, and we're like 90% there. So white ninja and a red cobra on the breastplate, that gets us very, very close to Storm Shadow by default. Again, we can put two swords on his back, which is pretty much what he has. Although he also has a quiver for his bow and arrows. But sadly, there's only one thing at a time we can put on his back. So the swords, I went with the swords. But I guess we could probably build a few armories just around Storm Shadow alone, where one armory would have the swords, where the character would dual wield, and another armory could have the quiver, where the character would actually use a bow and arrow. So as you can see, we can get pretty close to creating a pretty cool and pretty accurate Storm Shadow. Now for the third guy in our list. Essentially, this is as close as I could get to creating the evil Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat series. It's not really that close, but it sells the idea well enough. Essentially, if I was to call the character Sub Double Zero or something, and if I gave him ice powers, people would understand that this is actually supposed to be Sub-Zero. I've seen a few better versions of Sub-Zero in the game. Sadly, with the styles that I have on this character, this is as close as I could get. But I've seen a few people in the game actually get quite a bit closer than what I was able to do. So sadly, with the style I had, this is about as close as I could get to recreating the evil Sub-Zero. And of course, last but not least, oh, wrong one. Last but not least is the evil scorpion, which again can be fairly well recreated with if you create a fire character and if you give him the taser pull, the iconic taser pull, you're going to be able to create the evil scorpion, and even once in a while you're going to be able to say "Get over here" or "Come here," and then and pull the enemies towards you and beat the snot out of them. So again, this is as close as I could get, but I've seen a few people get even closer to the evil scorpion. Sadly, again with the styles that I had, this is about as close as I could get to recreating Scorpion. But yeah, I guess amongst those, my favorite has to be Snake Eyes. It's a fairly simple style, although the Storm Shadow one is pretty cool too. But the Snake Eyes is a fairly simple style, but it works very well. And again, you could easily have a because Snake Eyes uses a sword, but also uses a Uzi, or I guess you could even go with dual pistols if you really wanted to. You could easily recreate a character either with gadgets or with munitions. So so that's pretty much it for our ninjas. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.